Yeah. So, Ashwini ma'am and I, Swarali Pathak, welcome you all to 109th episode of CC Friday. Today's topic is classroom management. Today's discussion will focus on effective classroom management strategies. And this session will be leading by Aarti Sharma ma'am and Pallavi ma'am. Few instructions from our side is to keep your cameras on if possible. To ensure your questions are addressed, please use raise hand feature. Your attention and participation throughout the session are greatly appreciated. Now I invite Aarti ma'am and Pallavi ma'am to take over the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sorali ma'am and Ashwini ma'am, and thank you for setting this clear communication with the team that what is that we need to follow in this online classroom. Before we begin, my colleague Pallavi ma'am, she is facing some medical challenge at home because of which she has not joined in. And I would like to say that the entire work is done by her, and I'm just the presenter on her behalf. Moving on, I would now play a video which has a prayer. I would request everyone for that particular 2 minutes. Can we listen to the song and just do the prayer for 2 minutes? All right, just let me know. Is my screen visible? If a yes, I can hear. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If it audible, is it audible? Just let me know. Is it audible? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So for 2 minutes, let's pray this.
तेरा मंगल तेरा मंगल तेरा मंगल हो ये रे सबका मंगल सबका मंगल सबका मंगल हो ये रे तेरा मंगल तेरा मंगल तेरा मंगल हो ये रे सबका मंगल सबका मंगल सबका मंगल हो ये रे जिस गुरुदेव ने धर्म दिया है उनका मंगल हो ये रे जिस जननी ने जन्म दिया है उसका मंगल हो ये रे तेरा मंगल तेरा मंगल तेरा मंगल हो.
All right. Please rub your both the palms and then keep it on your eyes and slowly open your eyes. Please share emojis. How are you feeling while doing this prayer? If you feel to reflect in the chat, please do so. Meanwhile, I will present my screen to everyone. All right. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Neeru ma'am. Neeru ma'am, just please help me in finding the any chat conversation happening around. If anyone is raising hands, please let me know that as well.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
So a very good evening to everyone from Pune. Today's session is very special because we are not just learning from the books or the slides, or this is the session where we are learning is going to happen from each other. And educators here will share that what strategies worked out for them, what challenges they faced, how they kind of reworked on it, and how finally they were able to execute these classroom management strategy. So we are going to learn from each other today, and I would request you all to reflect when they will be sharing their strategies. I know this is not a perfect recipe, but rather I would definitely say it's a mirror that we can reflect together and involve that how we are going to take it ahead in our classroom scenario. Moving ahead, I would like to welcome our own renowned teachers from all 4 campuses in this panel discussion. Joining in, we have Tiyasha ma'am from Nasik. She is EVS educator. If Tiyasha ma'am, you can say hi. We have Shweta ma'am, who is again a DPS Nasik teacher. Just please wave hi as I introduce you all. We have Neeru Bakshi ma'am, a Hindi educator from DPS Nasik. We have Sneha ma'am, Hindi educator from Lava Nagpur. We have Durain ma'am. She's from Lava Nagpur and she's a mother teacher. Vrunda ma'am, she's from Hinjawadi and she's math and science teacher. And we have Lopa Mudra ma'am. She's an English educator in DPS Varanasi. So quickly, if we can respond to this question in the chat box, what's one strategy you use today that got your student initially involved? It has to be from today only. What is that one strategy you use today and that got your student involved? If we can just put it in one word quickly.
Attention grabber.
Oh, nice. Please feel free to unmute and answer also. Attention grabber. Nice. Anybody else would like to raise hand, unmute and answer? Neeru ma'am, can you see if you are receiving any response in the chat box?
Yes, ma'am. Strategy.
Oh,
Ma'am,
one second.
there are responsive appreciation, rhymes, and
Oh.
praises, and hot potato activity.
Okay. Harshila ma'am wants to unmute and answer. Yes, Harshila ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I used the hot potato game today for the revision purpose, and it instantly got everybody on their toes.
On their toes. Amazing. All right. Thank you for your responses and reflecting on this question. So today, with this, I would like to set the tone here that this is completely a conversation and showcase to learn together. All right. So you might see something where you would like to reflect and you would like to talk upon, or you would like to share your experience. Feel free to do so. Please raise your hands to share your reflections, or if you have any questions to be asked over here. This session is completely about learning through conversation. All right. So moving ahead in this discussion, I would now like to take you through that what is that we are going to do. We're going to set the objective. We're going to set the strategies. We will have a small assessment. Then we'll close the loop. And at the end, there is a reflection form which will be shared to you all, which you can please fill and let us know that what are the areas where we can improve upon. So in today's session, what are we going to do? We are going to explore various strategies through our peers' presentation. And also, we are going to analyze by the end that, what are those small actions or small things, but yet very important actions that we need to take care to implement in our own class to make these strategies better day by day. I have seen Rob Levin's video, and I think you all agree that these are the 3 pillars which basically completely connects the students when we are teaching them and helps you to, manage in the classroom and execute with students buy-in the topic whichever we are dealing with them. So the first is empowerment, the next is fun, and the third is belongingness. I would not go deep dive into what these are because you all know this, we will try and understand that how these three are very important and how these three are coming in strategies also. What is their involvement in the strategy through show and tell method itself. So let's move towards the strategy. In that, very first in the panel, I would invite Lopa ma'am, who is an English educator in DPS Varanasi. Lopa ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I am very much aware.
Yes, no problem. So I will just move ahead in the next slide. Please, I'm passing this conversation to you. You can take it ahead from here. All right. Yes, Lopa ma'am. Yes,
Thank
Lopa
you,
ma'am.
thank you so much, Aarti ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Uh, Yesterday we were discussing the basic agenda of this, and what Aarti ma'am was constantly focusing on one word was relationship. So strategies, maybe all kind of teaching strategies.
One second, huh? Just sorry for that. Yes, ma'am.
No, it's okay. It happens. It happens with me also. So these generally, they build relationships, and this reminded me of some of us must have read or heard about Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Harry also, travels like from an ordinary boy to a wizarding hero by building strong relationships throughout. He builds relationships with his friends, Ron, Hermione, and then there is his teacher also, Professor Dumbledore. So similarly, this launchpad to learning focused on relationship building with the students. We Professor Dumbledores maybe, and many Harrys along with us. Okay, so keeping this in mind, launchpad to learning, just as a rocket is launched into the vast expanse of space, similarly these children were launched into the orbit of 2025, the new session of 2025, and this happened with a myriad of activities like there was one like if I talk about right from the beginning, there were tailor made customized welcome activities where every child was given a welcome, especially the new ones, but why especially everyone was welcomed. And this welcome, I guess, made the child feel safe, secure, and also supported. So again, building a relationship. And after they were welcomed, there were many activities which were planned where they created threads of connection. They wove those threads of connection where they talked about each other. Like I have a thread and Aarti ma'am has a thread. I talk two things about Aarti ma'am and Aarti ma'am about someone else, and this is how the loop keeps on moving. And once they knew about each other, they prepared their birthday charts. After the warmth was generated, they prepared their birthday charts, and a proper day was dedicated where they showcased their skills, maybe musical skills or dancing skills. So every singer got claps, or every dancer got her cheers or applauds. And then one major thing was delving into storytelling sessions. This strategy also worked a lot, where every teacher made them absorb into a world of stories, and after listening to the stories, the children created their anchors. They built their anchors, and this anchor was very, very important. Why? Because this is the anchor that they are going to hold throughout the year. Whenever the ship tossles or feels as if you will drown, there will be an anchor. So they have created their anchors and all. One very important thing was done during this launchpad to learning. There were loop chains which were made, and these loop chains had three phases. At the beginning, they had three phases. The chains had three phases. So the first phase was something which you were initially apprehensive of. Second chain, how did you overcome that fear? And the third part talked about, have you finally overcome it or you are still in the process of that? So this again, built that I can wala mindset and also the success mindset, keeping the school's vision in mind. So these all activities were planned in such a way that every child connects with each other, connects to the teacher, and everyone participates in that way. And major one important thing, they had set their goals, which was done, where the goal of the entire year was set by every child. This was
Thank
done.
you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lopamudra ma'am, for putting it so creatively. That is why I understood now why creative writing is not in science and maths. It is in English. So jokes apart, this also, I think, is a strategy where the students' anxiety converts into anticipation, that knowing that how my year would look like ahead. So, while when you were doing this, Lopa ma'am, I would just want to understand that you might have faced some challenges. You might have come across, improvement in your preparation. You might have taken care of those small steps, made ensure that how this is gonna go ahead. So, could you please share some of your thoughts on that?
See, challenges could be many. As a class teacher, I think when we were discussing during the break times and all, the biggest challenge was creating the correct activity. Creating or drafting or planning the correct activity so that it again aligns with the vision of the school. There are n number of activities, but then you have to keep in mind that this activity aligns with the vision of my school.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just for the anchor activity, if we talk about, telling just a random story would not help. So we had to delve into the storybooks and extract a story wherein the children could connect, and also we were keeping quantum theory in mind. Now, telling a class 4 or class 5 what is quantum theory is very difficult. So we just told them that you are little parts of the entire universe and all of you make a beautiful universe. So they understood that.
Amazing.
So
Beautiful.
this was difficult. And second, also I feel not talking too much, listening a lot, because Launchpad to Learning was about them. So talk less, where student talk time is more than teachers talk time. So this was again a challenge where we worked on.
Thank you so much, Lopamudra. I think over here, our entire teachers who all are participating, they all were involved in this Launchpad to Learning process. I would like to know from the audience that, what do you say that, what is that preparation you all were into, that, how will I set my objective? By the end, will I be able to achieve it or not? So what was that small thing you were keeping before planning in your mind? If you can share that. Anybody, if they want to unmute themselves and answer, they are really welcome to do so. So what is that, small thing that you used to keep in mind before executing your plan? Small things. Yes? Anybody? Again, Harshala ma'am wants to answer, I think. Yes, Harshala ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am, that was my mistake.
Okay. Anybody else who would like to unmute and answer in the chat? I don't think I can see any response. Okay. Yes,
Yes,
please.
Aarti ma'am, may I?
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, when the students come on the very first day, they were little anticipation, excitement, and also they were not in the same sections. They were not with the same friends. So for first thing for me was to keep in mind that they should feel comfortable, they should feel welcome, and then we can go ahead with the activity. They should first mingle with the classmates, get to know new friends. There are some new admissions also, so making new child comfortable. All these things were there. Ice breaking activity was first part of my making FDFW activities.
Wow, nice to hear that, ma'am. It's really important that we take care of those small things. That yes, there are new admissions. Will my objective will be liked by every student or not? The way of execution, absolutely. Yes, Pooja ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. actually what I had in my mind, like my daughter or my child should be treated on the first day when he or she is there into the class, and whatever anxiousness or whatever feeling she has, it's not there about the new admission. They were there in class 3, now they are coming in class 4 or 5. But then the way I want my child, because she also went in class 6. So that was the only mind set during that time, that the children, those whom I'm welcoming should be treated, first day should be memorable day. So Tika and all that, and just like friends. So they're comfortable.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing that. So moving ahead now in the panel discussion, I would request Tiyasha ma'am to please come in. Tiyasha ma'am is EBS educator in Nasik. So Tiyasha ma'am, could you please let us know what strategy you used and how did it make a difference in your class?
Definitely, ma'am.
So, my shining stars, what are we going to do during the tinkering period? Tinkering activity. Which activity do you know?
अंगारी गिर
So,
गया
I'm
है
writing the word tinkering activity.
हाँ
During English period, what are we going to do? During the NSC periods, you will be doing different kinds of activities based on your NSC choices. Okay.
All right, yes, Tiyasha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So, Jai Hind, everyone. So, the strategy that I used here is the agenda setting at the beginning of the day. Like this, I think in my class, how I used it has really become a very powerful tool for me. Just like Lopa ma'am talked about the LPTL planning. So, from that same LPTL planning, one thing I found out that setting small goals for the students or setting achievable goals for the student acts it gives a magic to their day, and also whatever task we fix for them. So why not we take it for our daily routine that we go through in the school, that all the students go through. They are not confined to the four walls of the classroom. They need to go somewhere for NSA activity, and again maybe to a different area for their to the maths lab for their maths period and all. So uh, in the meantime, what happens, the students somehow get confused that what should be my next step. So to cater this point, what I thought was that the strategy should be to set a agenda before doing everything, just like we all do. So why not to take the same strategy for the students as well. So here during the samurja, after the samurja activity is done, then I start with the agenda setting, and basically what I found was uh, mostly it builds a trust and predictability between the teacher and the students, so that the students know that my teacher is aware that what I am doing, and I being a teacher, being their class teacher, I am aware that what they are going to do for the entire day. So firstly and most importantly, that creates a very beautiful bond between the student and the teacher. The students are able to trust me that whatever I do, ma'am is with me. I have told ma'am everything. There is a transparency between the students and the teachers. And after the agenda setting, after they complete their day, lastly in the CTR also we use the smileys and the infinity stars and sad face, happy face. They say okay, okay ma'am, the period was okay, okay. So then I have to again go to the agenda board, that why okay, okay, or why was it very nice, or why was it bad. So whatever it is, they are able to share it with me. So for the classroom management, the first and the most important thing that even we saw in the pyramid also was the belongingness, that students feel that I belong to this class, and the students have the ownership, and they create a very beautiful bond with their teachers. And most importantly, they are aware of their day, and I being their class teacher, I am aware that what my students are doing.
I think routine plays a very important role, Tiyasha ma'am, which you mentioned here. That when we set the routine of the day, the children get to know that yes, today my day is planned in this manner, and then they also come to know that who will be the teacher coming in. So kind of a
Yes.
preparation happens from both the ends. So that's the impact of this setting of the routine. But I would like to understand from you, Tiyasha ma'am, what is that challenge you were facing? You know, what kind of resistance you were facing while doing this agenda setting activity?
Ma'am, just as a coin has two sides, so there will be advantages and there will be disadvantages. So here, the pros were much more than the cons. But yeah, one thing that I faced was sometimes it happens that whatever we planned in the like in the beginning of the day, the sessions do not go as per the planning. There has to be some changes that maybe if I thought that I would be taking this chapter and then like the our schedule for milestone is not fixed, so suddenly that the students get to know that, oh, I will be having my milestone. So they were in that mindset that we were about to start a new chapter, then how milestone. So even if I am setting a agenda like before beginning my day, but still I have to put that in my students mind that there can be flexibilities. The
Yes.
agenda should be made flexible, and you have to make your mindset in such a way that if there are small changes in your agenda, then you have to take it in a positive tone, and you have to go ahead with the agenda as per the setting done.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for putting in your valuable efforts for putting up this strategy in front of all the teachers over here.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So moving ahead, we have Shweta ma'am. Shweta ma'am, are you there? She's an English educator at DPS Nasik School. Yes, Shweta ma'am. So we'd like
Yes,
to move with your strategy right now. Okay. Shall
sure.
I play the video first?
Sure, ma'am.
Let's recall the sources of water through a game. And I have brought you the game, What's in the Box. So what you are going to do here in the game is, I have brought the box, and inside this box I have put so many flashcards related to sources of water. Okay, you have to guess what is the source of water that is there in the flashcard. Okay, and for that you will be asking questions to me. Okay, I will be answering them through yes or no. So your question should be.
Aarti ma'am, I would like you to pause the video here. Yes, thank you. Jai Hind, everyone. I am Shweta. So you just watched a glimpse of the video here. So I was about to start a activity which is called as a mystery box, and I gave the instructions. It is not a complete instructions yet. So how I'm going to tell you that how the clear communication works over here, and in order to have the classroom effective and in order to have the students engaging, I believe that communication should be effective and it should be clear. So suppose if I have given the instructions only, just the students in the mystery box, you are supposed to guess the card, what is there in the card through the questions. What answers I would be expecting? Can anyone answer?
Can you repeat, ma'am?
So if I would be asking, if I would be giving the instruction to the students that they have to guess the card, what is there in the card through questions, then what questions would I expect from them? Okay, suppose I'll show. Suppose imagine that I have a card in my hand and I want you to guess what is there in my hand through the questions. What question you would ask me?
Yes or
Question.
no?
Yes or no. Okay, that I have given the question method. So before that, what you will ask the first question? Something is there in my hand, and you have to ask me to guess what it is.
Is it
And
a picture or a text?
sorry, come again.
Is it a picture or a text on
Okay,
the
is it
card?
a text? So any other questions? What does it contain? Thank you, Geethanjali ma'am. Thank you very much. So here I got two questions from your end. That is, first one, is it a picture or a text? Otherwise, what is there in the card, in the flashcard, right? So in order to make these confusions clear, I believe that communication should be clear, the instruction should be clear. So we all know, to make the communication effective, we have 7 facets of the communication, in which I emphasized on 3 things in order to make my classroom better. And those 3 things were giving the instructions clear, the first thing, and talking about what the task is about and what is its purpose. And second, keeping the instructions clear, not only clear but also complete. Okay, what it is needed to be done, what all the things you are going to keep in mind. So this is also I was emphasizing. And third, also understanding the student's perspective, what student could think about this instruction. As I got the answer that the question came, both WH question also came from your end, and also yes or no questions also came from your end. So this is what I meant to say when I'm stating that understand the perspective of the student's mind, what they will think about my instructions. Keeping these 3 things in my mind, I started to work on my instructions, and I started to break my instructions into stepwise. And in a bulletin points, and I used to make them and I started writing those bulletin points on the board. The rest you can yes, the rest you can watch in the video, how I have conducted and how I got the answer, and which minimized my time period to conduct the activity. And the when we take up the active learning strategy and other activities, we know the excitement of the students and how the class was maintained, and it was very effective, and I could complete the activity within 10 to 15 minutes as the stipulated time. I could manage time.
Yes or no questions only. You're not going to ask why questions, you're not going to ask what questions, okay? You're going to ask yes or no questions. So it should begin like, is it related to? You have to begin like this.
So I think, ma'am, your video is self-explanatory. We can see that you are clearly telling the children also that what is the kind of question you need to ask. So I completely agree that setting clear communication is very, very important whenever we are doing a group activity or a task, or we want what children have to do, because there is something in our mind, but what is in the mind of the student, that we don't know. So that communication kind of wires the thinking of both the ends together. But I also remember when I started working as a teacher, I was not good at clearly communicating. And that also somehow you might see that happening right now also when I'm presenting this. So what happens when you kind of miss out those communication, important communication, how it deviates the entire activity? And then how do you try to manage to come to that real time?
Okay, thank you for the question, Aarti ma'am. Yes, of course. Here also in the video, you can see children tend to get distracted. And for that, so we have to repeat the instructions again and again. And in order to avoid that, the second step, as I stated, we can just make them visual. So we can write on the board, or we can just give some hints also. Like, for example, here I stated that I made them visuals, and simple instructions also would be there. For example, I ask everybody what can I say, the attention grabbers. I use some attention grabbers in between, which also are very much clear to them. For example, I ask them, this time is a listening mode. So the listening mode, I make them clear in prayer, like while setting the protocols or the agenda. I make them clear that listening mode for me, my expectation would be, you have to sit straight, you have to make eye contact to me, okay, and you have to listen, and your hand should be free, and it should be kept on the desk.
Yeah.
So like this, thank you very much. And like this, I will be using several attention grabbers as well. And whenever if we are using the attention grabber like I and hello also, I have observed this in a class. So we used to say, children, when I say hi, you have to say hello, right? You have to respond to me by saying hello. That is absolutely correct. But after that, what will happen? Have you observed, like many of the teachers, if you have observed, what happens is students merely in a routine they will say, okay, when you state hi, they will respond you by saying hello, but they will be
Yeah,
they will be doing their own work and saying hello ma'am. There
absolutely,
we have to
absolutely.
again
Yes.
reinforce the instructions. We have to take a pause. Children, hello means you have to, like, whenever you are saying hello, you have to smile, you have to send a smile, and you have to make a eye contact with your teacher. So this is
Thank
how
you.
I
Yeah.
am working on the instructions.
So looking at the time, I think you have given a lot of valuable point over here. That is what is the prep needed beforehand for the clear communication as well. Clear communication is not just before the activity. You might need to clearly communicate in the beginning, in the mid, and as the activity also gets completed. So thank you so much for bringing in and putting in so much of effort, Shweta ma'am. Moving ahead, now I would like to welcome Doreen ma'am. And Doreen ma'am is gonna do an exciting activity with you. But I think Doreen ma'am would like to clearly communicate activity with you first.
Yes,
Yes, Doreen.
good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everybody present. My name is Dhuren, and I'm going to speak about the music attention grabber that we are using at DPS Lava. It is also known as musical tracing map. As we know how powerful music is, and it can be used as a wonderful tool in our classrooms. It's just not background music, but it's also something that's going to stimulate your brain. It's going to stimulate the children that are sitting with you. It boosts their memory. It creates an emotional connection. As soon as you play, they all their senses are in front. They're just looking at it, so you have the entire attention there. And when you use this music intentionally, you it can be used as a wonderful tool in class. So how can it help in class? I would like to tell you that uh, once we do this, you will understand that the children will feel more settled, more focused. It will help you to calm them down, refocus. Is going to give them a sense of rhythm in the routine. And even between the transition time, that it can play an important part there as well. So before I would like to demonstrate it, I would like to request everybody for just a matter of 2 minutes, if you can manage and have switch on your cameras, okay? And a few instructions I would like to tell you. Aarti ma'am, if you can change the slide and have the instructions there.
Sure, I will.
Okay.
One second.
So are you all ready? I can see all the cameras. I really need some kind of attention here. Okay. So a few instructions there as well. If I'm not audible, I'm going to read that again. I want everybody to sit up straight, your feet on the floor, and your hands should be free. I would want you to lift your index finger of your writing hand, and your job is just to trace along the video that is going to be played. Okay. Also remember to keep your eyes on the screen. Like, we expect the children to have their eyes on the screen, so I also have the same expectations. And you just trace it smoothly. Don't be in a rush. Okay. Aarti ma'am, if you can play the video, please.
Is it audible?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay. Is it now?
No music, ma'am.
No, Aarti ma'am.
No, I'm
Okay. 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 Just 1 second, huh? Sorry for this technical
No,
error.
ma'am. It's okay. It's completely okay.
I'll have to stop share and then represent again, since it's
Okay.
two different.
No problem.
And without music, it won't look good also.
Yeah. It's okay.
Now is it possible?
No, ma'am.
Is it
Yeah.
audible?
Okay. So I want
Yes, ma'am.
everybody with your fingers, your writing index fingers, just do that. Okay, I think ma'am, that's it. You just had to give them a glimpse.
Thank you so much for this exercise. I think this is a well-focused exercise, which kind of having a music behind it, and then you all can enjoy doing it and learn at the same time. So, what signs or observation you had, Doreen ma'am, that let you understand that this kind of activity will somewhere help me to make the class more and more interesting and involving for the student?
Okay, for the first time when I did it, we are very apprehensive. We really don't know if things are going to work out. But as soon as I played this for the first time, I could actually see a visible shift of the children. They became more calmer, they became more focused. No matter what they were doing, they dropped everything there and their attention was completely towards the board, towards what is happening. And I could see the gentle smiles on their face. And we at DPS Lava, across the classes, we are doing that. No matter if the child is in grade 1, 2, or beyond, we do that. And I, as a mother teacher, use this immensely in my class. And one more thing that I would like to add here, that I told you that only with the fingers you should do. But a little variation that we do in our little classes is we tell them, try doing it with the elbow, stand straight, and keep your hands on your waist, and try moving like that. So these are the little things that
this is the time you can do this, that you can just select the strategy from Doreen ma'am and use it as an energizer in a complex manner with your team.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Doreen ma'am, for bringing in this strategy and making us also enjoy at the same time.
Thank you so much.
Aarti, can you share the link of this? Can you share the link of this video in the chat for everybody to use?
Sure, sir. I'll share it immediately.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, Doreen ma'am, can you please help me doing that? So I'm trying to copy it.
Okay, I'll do it, ma'am. You can continue. I'll just post the link over there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Doreen ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So moving ahead, now I would like to welcome here Brunda ma'am. Brunda ma'am is a science educator at DPS Hinjawadi. So Brunda ma'am, please let us know what was your strategy.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Namaste, everybody. I hope I'm audible, Aarti ma'am.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. This was a strategy which was not pre-planned. So what happened is one day during the maths class, I realized that in all the maths classes I go, I am losing out about 5 to 7 minutes because the students are not ready with the resources, with their books as soon as I go. And that leaded, I felt stressed about it, that I'm losing 7 minutes, I'm losing 8 minutes. And also I'm utilizing a lot of energy in making the class look at me or, focus on me. So one day I announced that let us have a happiness ka account. And because it was called account, the points given were called as money. Here on the screen, you can see a table. So all the students made this table on the last page of the maths notebook, where the simple columns were date, amount, my sign is student sign, and the teacher sign. So the strategy was that after the maths period, I would move around and add money in this account. And the criteria was you have to be ready as soon as I come to the class. You have to give your 100% in the class and do your homework nicely. And those who did all this got more money. Those who didn't do maybe got 1 rupee or did not get any money that day. And so they had to calculate the total also. So this led to a lot of bonuses for me as a maths teacher, because they started adding, subtracting, comparing all the time. And discipline was never an issue then. This strategy worked very well in grade 3 and 4.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that, ma'am. So are we still following this strategy, Vrinda ma'am?
This year I'm not yet in.
All right. So Vrinda ma'am, what was the challenge you faced while navigating through this strategy? And if you would like to do this activity this year again, how would you do that differently this year?
Okay. So ma'am, because I started it on the spur of the moment, I had not decided the closure of this activity. So like after the term ended, they had got money. I mean, money in the sense these points, but there was no closure because they kept thinking that, okay, I have 201, I have 180, and then we didn't do anything about those that collected money. Second thing is, because maths we write every day, almost every day in the books, some of the students started using new books and they lost track of how much they had earned in the first books. That was it. Another thing was, it was very physically taxing for me because I started the same thing in 5 different classes. So, you know, going to each student and doing it after each period was physically taxing. That was the challenge. But going forward, I think what could be done is maybe give this happiness account, ask them to total the amount, total the points that they have got, and maybe on one day as a field trip, take them to a mall and just tell them that, okay, if you have 180 rupees or 187, you have to round it to the next tens or next hundreds, and you have to see what all you can buy in this. Just prepare a fake bill. That is what I feel. Yeah, that's it, ma'am. There was also a small video.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you so much, Vrunda ma'am, for designing such an innovative, strategy for the student after observing your class. So thank you so much for bringing this strategy up. Now we would request Neeru ma'am to come on with her strategy. Neeru ma'am is Hindi educator at DPS Nashik. Neeru ma'am, over to you. Would you like me to play the video first?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'll tell you. I request you. Jai Hind, everyone. क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट जैसा हम सभी जानते हैं, ये हम सभी के लिए कोई नया विषय नहीं है. हम बहुत सारी स्ट्रैटेजीज का उपयोग करते हैं अपनी अपनी कक्षाओं में. जो मेरी सहयोगी टीचर्स ने भी बताया आपको, मैं 3 स्ट्रैटेजी से आपको आज परिचित कराऊंगी जो कि आपस में इंटरलिंक्ड हैं. उससे पहले मैं ये बताना चाह रही थी आपको, मैनेजमेंट अपने आप में ही एक व्याख्या कर रहा है अपने शब्द की. वो बताता है कि ये किसी एक व्यक्ति के लिए संभव नहीं है. हम सभी जानते हैं विद्यालय है या कक्षा है या परिवार है, किसी एक व्यक्ति द्वारा ये संभव होने वाला कार्य नहीं है. तो बस यही जिम्मेदारी हम अपने बच्चों को भी सिखाते हैं कि कक्षा के मैनेजमेंट के लिए, प्रबंधन के लिए हमें आपके सहयोग की आवश्यकता है. ये जिम्मेदारी यदि हम अपने बच्चों को सिखा पाए तो वो भी हमें सहयोग करते हैं इसके लिए. जैसे हम सभी परिचित है इस बात से, सहकार्यम साधयेत प्राज्ञः, अर्थात बुद्धिमान वही है जो सहयोग से मिलजुल करके कार्य करता है, न कि अकेले. अकेले कार्य करना संभव नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, किंतु सहयोग में कार्य करना संभव भी है, उसमें सफलता भी है. तो बस यही जिम्मेदारी का हम मेडिटेशन के द्वारा मैं अपने बच्चों को एहसास दिलाने की कोशिश करती हूँ. उनके अंदर ये भाव विकसित करना कि ये विद्यालय आपका है, ये कक्षा आपकी है, इसमें बनाए जाने वाले नियम भी आपके हैं, तो पालन भी हम सब मिलकर करेंगे. आप करेंगे, हम करेंगे, और कक्षा का संचालन हम सबके द्वारा होगा. कक्षा 5वीं के बच्चों को मेडिटेशन के द्वारा ये बात एहसास दिलाना. उसके पश्चात फिर अगला स्टेप ये होता है कि उन्हें ऑनरशिप देना, पर मेरे ही मार्गदर्शन, एक टीचर के मार्गदर्शन के अंदर ही, ऑब्जर्वेशन के अंदर ही उन्हें ये बताना कि इस कक्षा का संचालन आप करने का प्रयास करेंगे. आगे आगे ये स्तर बढ़ता चला जाता है. जैसे 6ठी कक्षा की हम बात करें, 5वीं के बच्चे जो टीचर के साथ रह करके क्लास का मैनेजमेंट कर रहे हैं, पढ़ा रहे हैं, और 6ठी कक्षा में बिना टीचर के भी वो कैसे एक क्लास को टीचर के आए बिना ही, उनसे पहले ही उसका संचालन करने की और कक्षा का वातावरण संभालने का प्रयास करते हैं. तो ये स्तर बाय स्तर, जो लेवल बाय लेवल ये बढ़ता है. वी ऑल नो दैट कि क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट के लिए 4 फैक्टर्स बहुत जरूरी होते हैं. डिसिप्लिन, टाइम मैनेजमेंट, जो हमारा एकेडमिक्स है उसका फ्लो, एंड रिलेशनशिप. और मुझे लगता है रिलेशनशिप सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. यदि रिलेशनशिप मेंटेन है टीचर और बच्चों के बीच में, तो डिसिप्लिन अपने आप कक्षा में आ जाता है, टाइम मैनेजमेंट और एकेडमिक फ्लो भी उसके अनुरूप चलता है. तो रिलेशनशिप मुझे लगता है सबसे ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण चीज है बच्चों का और टीचर का. सो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू आरती मैम टू प्लीज प्ले द वीडियो.
Yes, ma'am.
आरती मैम
तो आपको जैसे कि पता है कि हम जब भी क्लास में तो आज के सत्र की शुरुआत करते हैं ध्यान सत्र के साथ. ठीक है, मेडिटेशन थोड़ा भिन्न कक्षा में पालन किए जाने वाले नियम।
यस नीरू मैम, क्या आप चाहती हैं कि मैं दूसरा भी वीडियो अभी प्ले कर दूं एंड फिर
जी मैम।
आपसे पूछूं?
मैम
मेरे द्वारा लिखूंगी ओके। तो अब हम लोग सेट करेंगे प्रोटोकॉल। तो आपको जैसे कि पता है कि हम जब भी क्लास में रहते हैं, कोई भी कक्षा हो, तो हमें पहले तो प्रोटोकॉल सेट करने के लिए आप एक एक करके अपने हाथ उठाइए और बताइए कि क्या प्रोटोकॉल है। और अनिल आप चूज करिए कि आप किसको बनाना और रेज हैंड ओके, बहुत बढ़िया। और सुनो, कक्षा
So, I'm sorry for this network issue.
नो प्रॉब्लम मैम। मैम आई विल स्पीक ऑन दिस। जैसा हमने देखा कि बच्चे ही कक्षा का संचालन कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर, तो अगले वीडियो में हम देखेंगे कि कैसे टीचर के ना होने पर भी, जैसे जब वो बच्चे और बड़े हो जाते हैं और छठी कक्षा में आते हैं, तो टीचर के बिना वो कैसे क्लास को मैनेज करते हैं। आरती मैम।
हिंदी का कार्यान शुरू हो गया है। सब आपने हिंदी के किताबें बाहर निकाली। Now everybody do mindfulness.
धन्यवाद नीरू मैम, आपने बहुत अच्छे से दिखाया कि आप कैसे बच्चों के द्वारा संचालन करवा रहे हैं कक्षा में। लेकिन एक सवाल मेरे दिमाग में ये भी आता है कि ये एक ही बार में तो नहीं हो पाता है। जैसे हम एक दिन गए और हमने बच्चों से बस कह दिया कि ऐसे ऐसे करना है और वो हो जाए, ऐसा तो नहीं हो पाता होगा। और दूसरी एक चैलेंज ये भी आता है कि कुछ बच्चे महसूस करने लगते हैं कि मैम हमेशा इन्हीं को समय दे रही हैं कि वही करे, मैम हमेशा इन्हीं बच्चों को चांस दे रही है। तो आप कैसे इन फीलिंग्स को ओवरकम करते हैं, या ऐसा क्या पहले से तैयारियां करते हैं कि आप इन सब चैलेंजेस को ओवरकम कर पाए?
थैंक यू आरती मैम, आपका सवाल ही अपने आप में बहुत सुंदर है। यही सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज होता है जब बच्चे टीचर बनकर टीचर का रोल प्ले करना चाहते हैं, तो वो पार्ट हमने थोड़ा कट किया। अन्यथा सभी बच्चों को लगता है कि मुझे टीचर बनना है, ये भाव बच्चों के अंदर होता है जिम्मेदारी लेने का। तो जब अनइक्वल पार्टिसिपेशन की बात आती है, तो मैंने भी ये करते करते सीखा कि जिन बच्चों का लॉली लोटो के माध्यम से हम नाम निकालते हैं, तो जब जिन बच्चों का हो चुका है, लॉली लोटो भले किसी का भी आया हो, ऐसे बच्चे को चांस देने का प्रयास करना, क्योंकि नाम पढ़ना हमारे हाथ में है। तो ऐसे बच्चे का नाम लेना जिसको अभी तक चांस नहीं मिला है, और उसके साथ ऐसे बच्चे का नाम देना, अगर एक बच्चे को थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल कम है तो उसके मित्र को उसके साथ नाम देना या चांस देना, ताकि वो अपने मित्र के साथ खड़ा होकर के वो प्रेजेंटेशन कर सके, ताकि बच्चों को ऐसा लगे कि मैं कर पाऊंगा क्योंकि मेरा मित्र भी है साथ में, और फिर उनके अंदर से ये भाव भी निकल जाए कि मुझे चांस नहीं मिला। तो ये चीज मैंने भी इस प्रोसेस में करते हुए सीखी है मैम।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैम, आपने बहुत अच्छे तरीके से इसे समझाया। और शायद ये सीखने भी मिलता है कि अगर हम एक तरीका बना रहे हैं तो उसके पीछे एक और तरीका है जो आपको प्लान करने में मदद करता है। तो ये सब आपस में जुड़े हुए हैं। सो धन्यवाद इस चीज के लिए। सो मूविंग अहेड नाउ, आई वुड लाइक टू वेलकम Sneha ma'am. Sneha ma'am is Hindi educator and DPS at DPS Lava Nagpur. Sneha ma'am भी बहुत अच्छा स्ट्रैटेजी यूज कर रही है जो क्लासरूम बिहेवियर को काफी अच्छी तरीके से मैनेज करने में उनकी मदद करता है। स्नेहा मैम, मैं चाहूंगी कि आप बताएं कि ये स्ट्रैटेजी क्या है और आप इसे कैसे करती हैं।
जी मैम, बिल्कुल। जय हिंद एवरीवन, सबको मेरा नमस्कार, शुभ संध्या। मैं कक्षा 4, 3 और 5 में हिंदी पढ़ाती हूँ, और हमारे डीपीएस लावा में सभी कक्षाओं में बहुत ही सुंदर पिरामिड लगाए गए हैं, क्लास पिरामिड। इस क्लास पिरामिड के बारे में कुछ बातें मैं आज आपको बताऊंगी। ये पिरामिड में हम इसको सॉफ्ट बोर्ड पे लगा के रखे हुए हैं, ये हर कक्षाओं में है। और इस पिरामिड पर लकड़ी की स्टिक्स होती हैं जिसपे हम बच्चों की फोटो को स्टिक कर देते हैं। शुरुआत में सभी बच्चे पहले स्तर पे होते हैं। उसके बाद जैसे ही कोई बच्चा किसी विषय में अच्छा प्रदर्शन करता है या अनुशासन दिखाता है या किसी मित्र की मदद करता है या कोई भी सकारात्मक कार्य में भाग लेता है, तो हम उसकी फोटो को पिरामिड में एक स्तर ऊपर चढ़ा देते हैं। यह प्रक्रिया बच्चों को यह सिखाती है कि अच्छा काम करने से ही आगे बढ़ने की सीढ़ियां बनती हैं। इसमें कोई प्रतियोगिता नहीं है, कोई तुलना नहीं है कि बच्चा एक दूसरे से तुलना कर रहा है या एक दूसरे से कंपेयर कर रहा है, नहीं। इसमें बच्चा अपनी मेहनत, अपने व्यवहार और अपने मूल्यों के आधार पर ऊपर चढ़ता है। यह पिरामिड बच्चों में आत्मविश्वास, उत्तरदायित्व और चरित्र निर्माण को प्रोत्साहित करता है। हम उन्हें सिर्फ विषय नहीं पढ़ा रहे हैं, बल्कि जीवन की सच्ची शिक्षा देने की भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और उन्हें हम बताना चाहते हैं कि उन्हें ये सच्ची शिक्षा उनके आगे वाले जीवन में काम आएंगी। तो इससे हमारे लाभ ही, हमको ये लाभ मिलते हैं कि पिरामिड में हर बच्चे को वो अपने अनुशासन में सुधार करते हैं और हर बच्चा सोचता है कि वो एक उस स्तर ऊपर आने की कोशिश करता है। जब उसका कोई फ्रेंड एक स्तर ऊपर चढ़ जाता है तो उसे ये लगता है कि मैं भी कक्षा में कोई अच्छा कार्य करूं जिसमें मैं एक स्तर ऊपर चढ़ते जाऊं। तो उनमें अनुशासन विकसित होता है, आत्म प्रेरणा का विकास होता है, सकारात्मक माहौल मिलता है उनको, व्यक्तित्व विकास में बल मिलता है और शिक्षा का कार्य सहज होता है।
धन्यवाद स्नेहा मैम बताने के लिए। स्नेहा मैम, जैसे आपने बताया कि इतने सारे फायदे हैं इसके, तो क्या आपने ये भी महसूस किया होगा कक्षा में कि इससे कक्षा के वातावरण में क्या बदलाव आता है, या फिर टीचर्स भी काफी समय बहुत स्ट्रेस रहते हैं तो उनके स्ट्रेस लेवल पे कैसे फर्क आता है, या फिर जब आप बच्चों को इन पिरामिड में आप उन्हें मार्क कर रहे हैं कि आपने बहुत अच्छा किया है, तो उस समय पर आप किन छोटी बातों का ध्यान रखते हैं? तो अगर आप वो बता पाए तो समझने में ज्यादा आसानी होगी।
जी मैम, बिल्कुल। सबसे पहले तो मैं आपके ये प्रश्न का उत्तर देना चाहूंगी कि मुझे कैसे मानसिक लेवल में कम महसूस होता है। क्या होता है, बच्चे अनुशासन में रहते हैं, मुझे बार बार उन्हें टोकने की जरूरत नहीं है। हमारी हर कक्षा में ये पिरामिड लगा हुआ है, तो जब भी मैं किसी भी कक्षा में मेरा विषय पढ़ाने जाती हूँ तो वहां पहले से पिरामिड होता है। तो मुझे बार बार बच्चों को ये बताना नहीं है कि उन्हें अच्छा कार्य करना है, उन्हें अच्छा प्रदर्शन करना है या उनको अपनी लिखावट अच्छी करनी है। जो बच्चा, मैं ऑब्जर्व करती हूँ, जो बच्चा अच्छे से लिखता है या अच्छा पढ़ रहा है किसी विषय में, या वो अगर मैं क्लास टीचर के हिसाब से देखूं और मेरे क्लास में कोई बच्चा बहुत अच्छा कार्य कर रहा है, किसी का बिहेवियर बहुत अच्छा है या वो किसी की मदद करता है, तो मैं इसको एक स्तर ऊपर ले जाती हूँ। तो यहाँ पर जब मुझे पहले बार बार बच्चों को ये बताना पड़ रहा था कि उन्हें अनुशासन में रहना है, उनको अच्छा कार्य करना है, उनको एक दूसरे की मदद करनी है, तो यहाँ मुझे अब वो बताने की बार बार जरूरत नहीं पड़ती। बच्चे को खुद पता है यदि मैं कुछ अच्छा काम करूंगा, मेरे द्वारा कुछ अच्छा काम होगा, तो मैं जरूर एक स्तर ऊपर बढ़ जाऊंगा।
धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद मैम। So now, thank you so much. With this, we come to the closing section of this panel discussion. Thank you so much, Sneha ma'am, for bringing this strategy in front of all the teachers who are present here at this moment. I know the time is exceeding. So before leaving, I would want the team to reflect over here that whenever we are planning any strategy, I would want to understand from you all that what is that challenge you anticipate and while executing any new strategy, and how do you plan for those anticipated challenges? What are those small things you keep in mind? How do you anticipate that so and so strategy I'm going to execute? What are the anticipated challenges you understand beforehand only? And how do you take those small steps to overcome it? Anybody, if you would like to unmute this and answer?
Yes, ma'am. May I?
Yes, please, Kirti.
Yeah. Jai Hind, everyone. Jai Hind, ma'am. My name is Kirti Chaudhary, and today I try to use the meditation and affirmations
technique before the milestone. And before the starting, I was afraid ki how could I able to do this. And because time is very limited, and in the milestone when I'm taking this challenge, it might be a challenge for me as well as students also, because within a period I have to complete that. और वो मेरे लिए शायद मुश्किल हो सकता था, and this is a very difficult task maybe, but I took that challenge and I just calmly did the affirmations, first meditations and then the affirmation. Then I started my milestone, and the result is definitely students were able to easily solve that milestone within a 30 minutes. And बहुत ही सुंदर तरीके से उन्होंने हिंदी की माइलस्टोन सॉल्व की है. और यही मुझे challenges face हुए कि within a 10 minutes I have to complete that meditation as well as affirmations. So I taken that challenges and I pass out as well.
Thank you so much, Kriti ma'am. Due to time restriction, I'm just holding on one response. If you have, please put it in the chat. We really welcome your answers in the chat. So with this, we have come to closing the loop section. We have three questions over here. The red light is for answering, that is, what is that one practice we are going to stop doing, that could bring challenge in executing any task. Yellow light is talking about one thing I'm unsure about but want to explore. And the green light is about one drop level inspired strategy I will start applying from tomorrow. So if you can please respond to these three questions in the chat. And meanwhile, anybody would like to answer this by unmuting themselves, I really welcome them to answer this. Neeru ma'am, can you see any hand raised?
Ma'am, Kirti ma'am, I can see Kirti ma'am's hand
Kirti
raised.
ma'am, I think Kirti ma'am has raised hand before. We will try to give opportunity to the people who have not.
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. I already explained that. Thank you so much.
Anybody else who would like to unmute and answer? We are waiting for your responses in the chat. All right. This assignment will be shared over an email, wherein what you have to do is you can just write in the strategy we are using and how are we using. And then if you wish to upload any evidence for the same, please feel free to do so. That's an optional thing to be done. And the closing date for this is 1 month ahead, that is 31st of July. I think Vibhuti ma'am is answering.
Yes, ma'am. Even Harshla ma'am also, ma'am.
Yeah. Can we read those response? After reading those response, we can just give it to Sorali ma'am. Yellow pyramid for students who are doing good. Okay. Work and behaving well. Green music to calm down. And use the music tracing strategy for calmness. Thanks. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening patiently. We joined in 10 minutes late. So that's how the entire session got over 10 minutes delayed. And thank you for showing that 10-minute patience with us. Hope you enjoyed learning strategy with the teachers who have implemented. Kudos to the teachers who have put in efforts to bring in and those videos from the classroom, shooting it and bringing it over here. Also, would like to credit Pallavi ma'am, as she's not here, but the entire program is designed by her and I am just the executor. So over to you, Sorali ma'am. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a wonderful session. Before we conclude, I would like to invite Siddharth sir to share his thoughts on this session.
Sorali, please continue. I'm driving. Please continue.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So if any of the principal ma'am is there.
Yeah, I'm checking that only.
All right.
No, ma'am, no.
All right.
Okay, we'll conclude here. Thank you everyone for joining with us for 109th session episode of CC Friday on classroom management. We appreciate your active participation. Special thank you to Aarti ma'am with my heart.
I think
Also,
you are
Lopa
the
ma'am.
most relaxed person right now after executing
Yes.
this.
Yes. Thank you, Lopa ma'am, Tiyasha ma'am, Neeru ma'am, Shweta ma'am, Duren ma'am, Brinda ma'am, and everyone for their active participation. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Siddharth sir. Before we conclude, please do not forget to update your training history card. It reflects your participation in today's session.
Could you please float the feedback form as well? The audience is asking for this.
Ma'am, I will mail it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you once again for joining in. Looking forward to your continued participation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.